I'm live. I'm live. And I still can't see my messages. So this is what happens. So when I hit the little chat icon, it says live chat, all messages are visible. So it's highlighted, but I don't see anything. So I'm still just going to be live and not being able to see any of my chats. So, hey guys, this is Sean Sanders. Thank you so much for, hopefully, someone will stop by on my live because I'm here with my sister and I convinced her, kinda, to talk. So, I am, I'm awake and I'm feeling human again from yesterday's and this morning's shenanigans. I'm feeling human from this morning's shenanigans. So we went to the casino and she had a good time. Convinced my husband to take us to the buffet, and I didn't even eat $5 worth of food. It was more, yeah, more like $6.50. My eyes were bigger than my stomach, so I thought I was hungrier than I was. I just should have had a slice of pizza and been done with it. So 371 questions. No, 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 no. So we're gonna do tag videos because for those of you who do not know that I love a good tag video. So, well, it's not really. It's gonna be a tag video. It's gonna be part tag video, part table talk. Yeah, part table talk. So you can ask the question. You can well, I was actually, what I was going to do was ask you questions and then have you answer them. You don't have to know. They're not supposed. There's no yes or no answer. It's no right or wrong answer. It isn't a right or wrong answer. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question that maybe somebody would want to know. Because, I try to tell people things about me, but you never know how your sister thinks about you. So this was not planned, and because I haven't really said anything, she can't sugarcoat her answer. So okay, so my question to you is, what is it do you think people would be most surprised to know about me, in your opinion? Something you don't think people would know. Like my personality or something, my character, something like a little unknown fact. You freak out? What do you mean I freak out? Like today, you freaked out. Okay, so here's the deal. Then tired and then freaked out. Okay, so this is the problem. So while we were at the casino, I was doing a live and the phone clicked on. So my live got, interrupted. And I thought it was just somebody calling and I didn't want to answer the phone. So I actually declined the call twice. And then I declined the call once and they called back. So I decided to answer the phone. And what had happened was my dogs had gotten out of the yard and no one was home. I wasn't home. My kids weren't home. And I didn't realize, obviously I didn't know. And I wasn't anywhere near to get home quickly. And so found out that my neighbor across the street from me actually had the dogs. And I haven't spoken to this neighbor since they've moved in. I mean, I know who they are, we see each other, but I've never really spoken to them. So, felt kind of awkward talking to someone with my dogs. And I said, well, I'm going to try to reach my son and see for him to come back. And but he was so kind and so nice. He put the dogs back in my yard. And then he says, oh, I see what the problem is, because our fence is getting redone. And so right now, the old fence is still up, but they were putting posts, kind of doing it piece by piece. And so the dogs found a place where they could actually get out in the fence. So he was like, if I put him back in, they're gonna come out again. So then I got really nervous, like, what am I gonna do? And I'm not coming home anytime soon. And hey, Milo, and you know, how am I gonna secure the dog? So the guy was nice enough to get the wood that I'm using for the fence. He kind of barricaded that area and then put one of the bricks from my landscaping and put it up against it so that they wouldn't, nuzzle their way out. So I get home and my youngest one is having a end of school barbecue, and the gate's wide open. So
the car is pulling up in the driveway. We didn't even stop the car. She's jumping out the car. Mind you, she's dead tired. She's sleepy.
Yes, I have not been feeling good all day.
Freaked out.
And so, as she says, I freaked out. So evidently, this is something I do on a regular basis. I freak out. I mean,
in situations.
In situations, okay.
Not just freak out.
Okay, evidently, I'm not as calm and cool as I considered myself to be. It's okay.
Those are babies.
Yeah, my babies. Well, Milo is a puppy. He's like a little one. And people do take your dog. I mean, dogs run out, and people do, if they like the dog enough, you will lose your dog.
Those are the ones.
And I was afraid, like I said, he was nice enough, but there are people. I had a friend who lost her dog, and, and they never got him back. And that somebody... someone in the neighborhood has your dog, but you can't prove it. Well, he's microchipped, so I guess if I thought I saw my dog
in the tag.
Well, it didn't matter if I thought that was my dog, I guess I could find a way, with microchipping, obviously. But who goes through that? Well, yeah. First, you got to prove it is yours. And then someone who says it's theirs, they're like, I don't have to prove nothing to you. You know how that goes. Okay, so my sister does not go on YouTube. And so since...
I go on YouTube, but not that stuff. No, I know. But I'm on YouTube, but not on YouTube.
Right. So she got introduced to the YouTubers that I subscribe to, and we were running errands and listening to Sean's live. So she got to meet Sean, and she got to eat your cracked baked beans too. But she got to meet Sean and all the other subscribers that call in on the live. And the live was live. The live was live and lit. And we were laughing because poor Jen, she calls in, and who knew that a bonnet was just going to set the world on fire, right? And so it was just because when Jen was talking, I had her sentiments, and Sean is very good at really assessing both sides. And I understood what Jen meant. And then the other woman that came on the phone, not the one that was fired up in response to Jen, because she was fired up, and she had some chosen words about how she felt, Jen was, judging and dumb and all that stuff. But I forget the other lady who stayed on the phone with Sean for a long time. And she was, there wasn't really anything that she said that I didn't disagree with. But here's the deal. I am one of those people that do not like seeing the bonnets. And it, I know here in Indiana, that wasn't something that I saw out in public until I think 4 years ago. I remember going to the mall and seeing women walking around with their hair bonnets. Now, I didn't know, hey, I can't see your chat, so if you're typing, I can't see it, and I haven't figured out how to fix it. So any of my YouTuber friends that watch my stuff, that you guys do the live, can you please tell me? Thank you for the thumbs up. Can you tell me how I can see my chat? Because I would like to interact and I can't. So if you're writing something, I can't see it. I've enabled everything I'm supposed to, but I can't see it. So here's the deal. I started seeing it more and more prevalent. And first I thought, well, maybe they're just running an errand. And I thought, at the mall, I swear to God, I thought, well, it's the mall. Maybe someone's picking up their dress, for a wedding or a prom, or, from some, I was thinking it was some specific occasion. And, like a bride, they'll have their hair done, and then you do those like pin curls, and you put the bobby pins in there to hold it in place, so that when it's time for your function, you can let it out and you still keep your curls. So I thought that's what was going on. But then I started seeing it in the supermarket, and then I started seeing it at various places, and then I started to see it, in my point of view, places that were not temporary. So I was telling my sister, we were at an Applebee's one day, and it's a sit down area. You are going to sit, you're going to order appetizers, you're going to order drinks, you're going to eat. You are probably going to be there for at least an hour. It was dinner time, and it was a Saturday night. And I'm sitting there with my friend, and I see this woman sitting there it was a family, sitting there with her partner and a baby, and she has a hair bonnet on. And I was just thinking, okay, I can't understand if you're running errands. And listen, it's not something I would do. It's not something I would do. But I'm just thinking, okay, maybe, someone's running errands. They're just trying to get their day done before their hair appointment. Maybe someone's got a sick kid and they just running into the pharmacy, But you're going to a restaurant, sitting there with a hair bonnet, not a baseball cap, and I do think there's a difference, but a hair bonnet. And I was thinking to myself, why is she sitting and eating with a hair bonnet on? Like, you shouldn't go to the movies. I mean, would you show up at work and go with a hair bonnet on? Like, I'm just wondering, when is there a standard, a minimum standard of care? And I think that was one of the things that the Jen was trying to say. Now, again, my standards isn't everyone's standards. I am very low maintenance when it comes to makeup, but I do have friends that are fully glammed all the time. And it's almost like, we're just going to go get coffee, and you're like full on beat. And okay, but that's her standard of care. My standard of care is not the same. I mean, I just got lashes for the wedding, and I thought I was going hardcore with that. So I'm not saying it as a judgment. I'm saying, like, there should be a minimum standard of care when you step out the door. And just like the one caller said, people do judge you when you walk out. People will draw their conclusions when they see you out in public. And that's just the way it is. And collectively, we do get judged. And so I understood that. But again, I cannot, have someone replace their opinions or their ideals, for mine. But for me, I would never get caught out in a bonnet at all.
It's all about their upbringing.
And yeah, we were saying it was all about the upbringing, and that's what the other caller was saying. And I was talking to my sister, and our mother was a very particular woman. You didn't have to be all done up, but when you stepped outside that door, you looked pulled together. And pulled together was your hair was going to be done. I mean, not salon done, but it didn't look like you just crawled out of bed. Your clothes, like one of her pet peeves was wrinkled clothes. Do not even think that you're going to walk out and your clothes are not ironed. I don't care where you're going. I don't care how late you think you are going to take the time to iron your clothes. You are not walking out with wrinkled clothes that looked like they were sitting at the bottom of your closet and you just decided to put them on. But that's how we were raised. You are going to do your hair. You are going to have clean, well suited clothes when you walk out the door. That's just wasn't even an option. So, thank you for the thumbs up. So, I saw kind of both sides, but woo, that bonnet, man, set Sean's live on fire. But hey, what I was saying is I can't see you chatting. So if you are writing, I can't see it, and I need someone to help me figure out how I can see my chats. So yeah, that was really, really funny because, like I said, the bonnet thing from where I live now, I'm sure going. Oh, somebody's doing fireworks. The bonnet thing, I think it's a new phenomenon. Because 5 years ago, women weren't walking around with the amount. It was a rarity. I see it now all the time. It's all the times. But I think it's inappropriate to be dining in with a bonnet on. I think if you're running to Little Caesars to pick up your $5 pizza and you getting ready to, because you're feeding your kids before you go out, okay, it is what it is. But to go into a dining establishment, no. I would say that's a miss. That's a fail. But hey, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I have, but I'm going to. No, that's fine. Wearing a bonnet and my hair was wrapped, so they actually see the wrap under the scarf. But you could tell I was going to a party. It wasn't a bonnet.
Okay.
It wasn't the Jiffy Puff.
Was it the Jiffy Puff?
It was the nice scarf.
Oh, well, a nice scarf. I mean, you can make that work. You can make that work. I know, Milo. You don't like all this. They scaring you. It's all right. Coco's getting loved by all the kids out in the backyard. She's like, and he's not here, so she don't care. She doesn't care. Okay, so we talked about that, and see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, we also had another conversation, and it had to do with Sean's live, and it was talking about financial literacy, and I was saying that because, hey, I see your chat. Hey, NYC Chocolate, how are you doing? Oh, Milo's good. Oh, I'm so glad. The fireworks are bothering him, so he's going to sit here until he's had enough of me, I guess. But one of the things Sean was talking about was how, our grandparents depending on how old you are. But a lot of times our grandparents or our parents have spent a lot of time, sacrifice, and money buying a house, and then the kids don't understand the importance of paying the property taxes. I'm in that business. I see houses get foreclosed and tax sales and all that stuff, but how the kids don't take care of their business, and then a house goes on tax sale, and they lose the house. And I was saying that part of the problem, depending on how old you are, is that some of us had parents that didn't talk to us about money. That you were a child, I'm the adult, I'm the parent, and it ain't none of your business. So we're not going to talk about my money. We're not going to talk about. I remember asking my mom, how much money do you make? Like a salary. Like, how much do you make? That ain't none of your business. Why are you asking? That's grown folks' business. Not understanding that if you had a appropriate. Right. If you have, it's true. It's true. I see houses get taken for pennies on a dollar, but you see other races and other cultures. They have their kids side by side, and so I couldn't even get an answer of what was your salary, because it was none of my business. And then so you have no concept of how things cost, how much money things run, nothing. And then you're not teaching your children just basic financial literacy. These things get taught. Millionaires who have millionaire parents, they talk about money. Rich and wealthy people talk about money. Rich and wealthy people are not afraid to talk about money. They have conversations about money the way you have conversations about hair, nails, the weather, what are we eating tonight? I mean, those are daily, ongoing conversations. And here's another point. Think about the other cultures that you may, establishments that you may go to. And example, there's a Greek restaurant that I like to go to. It's just a Greek diner. And the son there is sometimes handling the money at the cash register. He's the one that is swiping your card. He's the one that is, giving you your receipt. He's working, and he's 10. He's learning the business. He's sitting there with his father learning the business at 10. So if he can learn the business at 10, and is truth be told, is younger than that, because he's been in there since he was a baby, learning the business, dealing with money, learning about entrepreneurship. Why aren't we doing that with our own children? And you don't have to be an entrepreneur to do that. But nobody wants to have a conversation about money. And so we will always be behind the 8 ball on that. Part of the hustle is knowing what the hustle is. And yeah, you can be on your grind, but if you don't know basic money management, you're not going to keep your money. I told my kids, instead of being so consumed about wearing Nike, why don't you go and save your money and invest in Nike? There's the difference. We don't have to wear our wealth to be wealthy. And trust and believe, there are a lot of millionaires walking around and you would never, ever know. And they have far more money. It's unfortunate sometimes we don't stress importance on don't stress important things. Oh, say it again. Oh, wait. I missed it. Oh, hold on. Dang it, you said something good. Oh, that will sustain us in the long run over the nonsense. Yeah, money, cars, clothes. I deal with handling people's. I'm privy to knowing people's, money, and there's a guy, a family, and that's another thing. They collectively pool their money. So there's a gentleman that comes in. I don't know his background. But he's I would say like, I think he's like Slavic, and he comes in. He's dirty looking. You know, he pretty much wears the same thing, and I had to go and, you know, get his proof of funds, and he had 2 bank statements, and one of the bank statements had over $1 million. He was, oh, that's not the one you need. Here's the other one. Here's the one you need. 2 accounts, money in the bank. And he is not caring about how you feel about his clothes or the car he drives or nothing. And he has more money in his account than probably most of us will ever see. And it's the truth. And after I started seeing that, I was like, you know, we got this whole thing wrong. We got this whole thing wrong.
That's because the people that live in the United States, they want their children to just go to school and learn about how to become somebody. The people that live in foreign countries, they teach them how to start a business to become someone better, or how to keep building to become a millionaire. They don't go through the struggle. They go through a struggle. We here in the United States don't have to struggle. That's what the old school parents would tell us.
I'm video, so unless you want to be on camera, you're going to be there.
Oh my Lord.
Wow. So we're having our table talk. So it was talking about no, but he's going to start talking and getting in our table talk, so he should at least know. But yeah, I mean, it's the truth. But you know what is the thing? You know, I'm not even talking about being an entrepreneur. I'm just talking about just the basic stuff. I mean, you can have you can be employed and still pass on financial literacy to your kids. So, you know, I mean, when our kids were young, we said, listen, this is our mortgage payment. This is how much the electric bill is. This is the water bill. You know, this is the cable bill. You got to give them what money looks like, how much things cost, up and close.
She shouldn't be talking.
What are you talking about? Anyway, no, I'm tired, so I'm stammering. But no, I mean, you gotta tell. You can't be hiding stuff for your kids, and then they're totally oblivious to how much things cost. And you teach them how to budget. You teach them how to save. You teach them you pay yourself first. You know, you always pay yourself first. You know, you put stuff in the bank, and savings is different than checking, and savings is savings that you don't touch. You know, you have your rainy day fund, which is you put so much money in your savings account so that when you do need tires or replace an air conditioner, when it's 90 degrees and it's the day before a party, you can pay for it. You know, so you have your rainy day fund, which is, you know, so much money so that when you have those unforeseen things, you can actually go and then you replace it once you've had to spend it. Then you have your savings, that's long-term stuff, you know. That's long-term stuff. That's stuff you're saving for in the long run. So a lot of parents don't teach that to their kids. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So, hey. Hi. How are you? So, do you have anything else to add on to that? And did you find a question you wanted to ask? Did you find a question you wanted to ask?
No, you told me to look up something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. I really
Okay. So then the other thing I wanted to talk about, chilling on the West Coast with, oh, that's good. That's good. I don't know how you guys are, but no lie. So Thursday was the graduation. It was 87 degrees. It was hot.
It was 100.
It was hot. It was humid. It was ridiculous.
I lost weight that day.
Then Friday, yesterday, it's 52 degrees and windy, and nobody wanted to sit outside. So the party was inside, which was fine, but
Oh, that's right.
oh, huh?
That was right in front of the house.
I know. He is not liking it. Look, I know he's
And they out there bugging because it sound like gunshots.
yeah, so I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm not used to this, so.
I we're just talking, so no, you're not even on camera.
I know I'm not.
I'm on camera. Nobody's even seeing you. We're just talking.
If I say what I really want to talk about.
What you really want to talk about? What you really want to talk about? Oh, I want to know. What you want to talk about?
Nothing.
Just whisper it.
That's like an after dark question.
Oh, after dark question. Oh,
No, that's another time.
we could do an after dark question. I don't know if
No.
I'll answer it, but
No.
come on. Is it because John's here? See,
No.
John totally killed the mojo.
No.
He totally killed the
I said
mojo.
another time.
There's no another time. You fly out tomorrow morning. Listen, she doesn't know this, okay? But I am on the campaign to get 1,000 subscribers.
You probably
And the
don't
only,
have it.
no, I'm
You
almost,
go on Facebook right now and say subscribe to my sister.
but
She's a.
oh, will you do that for me? I'm on the campaign to get 1,000 subscribers, okay? And part of it, yes, you can say subscribe to my channel, but you also have to have content that people will keep coming back to. So when things come up that I'm like, okay, this is good, this is why I wanted to have the video. So if you have an after dark question,
Not,
I want to hear it.
not really.
Okay.
Dark.
A provocative question.
Not,
Okay, hold on a second. Did you tweet about your subscriber goal? I didn't, and I should, right? I better be careful about that. You can't just have everybody. Well, I guess you can. What's your question? Hold on. What's your question? She ain't gonna tell me. I have to
yes,
whisper.
I am. When I text
you
you, I'll write it.
You can text me because it'll pop up on the phone.
I'll write it. It's not.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you a question. So, what is your favorite reality show? Mm-hmm.
Pawn Stars.
Do tell. He said Pawn Stars.
I said pawn, not porn.
I
Pawn.
know what Pawn Stars is.
Lord.
It's a show where they come with the antique stuff.
What is the one that we like? The what antique one that we like? With the two guys? Which one's that? Do you remember that one,
The
John?
whole family right there.
No, it's they go American Pickers. I like that one. That's a reality show. I like that one. That's not like, Love and Hip Hop. But it's a reality show. They go around and they go to people, not investors. They go to private people that have collections, and then they try to find some things. It was called American Pickers, and they had a call out in our area not too long ago that they were going to be in the area, and they had specific requirements. So you have to be a private person. You can't be a business or anything like that. Or go out, come back, and click on putting a shout out. Subscribe. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. That's good to know. And thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay, so what's your question? What's your question?
I'm typing it.
Well, dang, that's a long time. He's talking about the show where people get rid of junk. Well, no, no. The American Pickers is they go and they pick up. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hope so. No, the American Pickers is where they go around and they, like they will find things like um,
Cars, gas pumps.
yeah, cars, gas pumps. Those, what the big ones are when people are doing bars, and so those like Michelob Light signs that light up, all those type of things. They will find things like that. Those are their really that big things that they like to find. So I like American Pickers as far as a reality show goes. So, hey, did anybody see I can't remember. I can't remember who it was to give the credit to, but I saw that Apollo's fiance was on the show Say Yes to the Dress. Did you hear that? Apollo, Phaedra's ex-husband. Yeah, there's going to be an episode. I'm surprised none of our bona fides. Well, yeah, it's good. Oh, thank you. Oh, you see my shadow box. Oh, thank you. I'm very proud of that. Layla Lynn. Oh, I love Layla Lynn. She is so sweet. She watches my channel, and she is so sweet.
I renege. I feel that.
She chickened out on the question. I don't have any questions to ask. So yeah, I saw that. So if his oh, was it Layla? Okay, Layla Lynn broke that. Yeah. I am surprised that it's not getting as much talk. I mean, I know no one cares about Apollo like that because he's not on the show. However, I mean, his fiance isn't a celebrity yet. She got an episode on Say Yes to the Dress. That's something. And Apollo can't even Apollo, hey, and Apollo can't even show up. He's in jail. Oh, so how does everybody feel about Kenya's baby bump? She debuted it. I wonder, will they do a jailhouse wedding?
He's not in jail. It's the other one in jail.
Oh, I didn't see it. I know you do your own thing, Sean, but that's only to refer to you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised. A jailhouse wedding. That'll be interesting. Would you watch it? Hey, would you watch it? Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. Well, it's the weekend. It's early.
Well, you can't watch it. There's no cameras allowed in the jailhouse, so you cannot watch the wedding in the jailhouse.
No, will people watch if they
They're not allowed.
I don't know. Not
not
every
allowed.
not every jail.
It's not allowed.
He's in the federal. Oh, maybe not. I don't know how it works. He's in federal
They
prison.
did an episode on Black Ink where Donna married her man in jail, and the cameras were not allowed.
Cameras were not, but they would lead it all the way up to it.
To the front door. She walked in a white dress to the front door.
No, but so you got to say yes to the dress. Then we get to meet the mama and the siblings and the extended family, and then you go and she talks about all these things that she's hoping that her and Apollo do when he gets out, and they would make a special with all her preparing for the wedding, and then of course she walk in the court, and then you might be able to film all the way up to where because she has to go in and get they got a whole bunch of procedures you have to do before you go in for your visit.
They didn't even let Donna take the camera in the front door.
In the front door,
Like,
okay.
she went to the door and then the camera was on the rest of the cast.
She watches Black Ink Crew.
I watch a lot of reality shows.
So which ones do you watch?
Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, which one? All of them?
New York and Georgia.
New York and Georgia. Okay.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Potomac.
Potomac. Potato. No, Potomac.
I only watched one, and that's the one I just said.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You don't watch the New York Girls?
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
Can you? Oh, you don't care. NYC Chocolate says she doesn't care. You stop watching the Bravo groups? Maybe trying to get Apollo in the limelight. That, I mean, what would be the reason to have this girl have an episode? What would be the reason except to, I don't know, is he close to getting released? The man needs to make some money, and he got paid child support.
He has some money.
I'm just
You
saying.
just can't spend it like you want to because then they'll know where it's at.
But I'm saying, what is the reason
He's getting out soon.
that he must be getting out soon?
Yeah, they're gonna have to
And people are hoping that people still care enough about him that we have a no-name person going to saying yes to the dress.
He knows. I mean, he's known.
You want down? You getting all. I don't know. I think it's crazy. But yeah, Layla Lynn broke that. Thank you for giving her the credit, cause they think perhaps people would watch. You thought he got 10 years? I can't remember what he got.
They said what he
And federal is different than the others. If you doing a solid whatever,
I forgot.
you don't get time shaved off, or you don't get sentenced 10 years and then only serve 6.5. Say
So Scrap is doing time for federal too.
Who?
Scrap. Love and Hip Hop.
oh Scrap, yeah,
Not Scrap, but
no, yeah, the yeah. What's her face?
the one I got kicked off.
Tommy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get any good behavior on it. No, not at all.
And he's supposed to be getting out. I don't know what year. I think next year. Yeah, next year.
I wish. I wish her the best. Did y'all win anything at the casino? I was a winner because I didn't spend any money, so I'm always on top. My sister did win. She was playing penny slots and
Quick hit.
She won.
Everybody underestimates the penny machines.
Well, I was told, and I was kind of paying attention and kind of not. But when I went to the Grand Canyon, the tour of the Grand Canyon, oh, it was beautiful. The guy that was the driver, he said he's a big player, and he was telling us some tips about playing. And he says if you go to those big machines, I guess they all have the lights on top. He says that I guess the reset or whatever is between the hours of 7 and 11 a.m.
What time do we go? 2?
Yeah. And so you have the highest probability of hitting during that time. And that if the light is on, if the light above it is lit, that means it's already hit for the day. There's no reason to sit down.
But that's, no. Because they take the lights off.
No, if you go to a one of the slots and there's the little white.
Then I always look up and make sure the light is not on.
Right, but I didn't know that. No, if the light is on, that it's hit already.
I make sure it's not on.
Yeah,
And
I didn't know that. I mean,
say, don't go on a weekend. Go during the week.
During the week.
Because you'll hit more. Because they fall from the weekend.
Yeah. So I didn't know that stuff. I mean, if you're gonna go and try to win, and he said, if you've been seeing somebody that's been on something for a long time and they decide to get up,
It's gonna hit.
it's gonna hit. So you might as well sit down right behind them.
That's what the elderly people do. They come working, they sitting behind you. They're gonna get up any minute now.
It's hot. It's hot. It's on fire.
They should have put more money in.
Yeah, they're more likely it's gonna hit if someone's been sitting there. And people are superstitious, and people have their favorite places to sit. So that's what I was told.
The end machines and the middle machines never get used. When they get used of, but they hit the most. The ends and middles.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Didn't you see I hit on the end?
Oh, you hit on the end. Okay. Okay.
And the seat was cold.
And the seat was cold. Okay.
You gotta check them. So you learn a lot when you're playing gambling.
I had no idea. So she did get me turned on to the possibility. Yep, people will sit for hours. She did get me turned on to playing the pick 3. That's why when you get up from the machine, just keep walking and don't look back. Oh, wouldn't that hurt your soul? Wouldn't that hurt your soul if you were sitting there? Because, you know, the penny slots, you can sit there for quite some time. But can you imagine you deciding to pick up, someone goes and bam!
This is PA, Sparks Casino. Lady was on it, she got up. I put the money in, hit it twice. $600. And she was Haitian or Creole. She started speaking her language. Like, it stood behind me. And like, this is my machine. I should have. I was like, oh, check.
Roll the videotape. Roll the videotape. No, ma'am.
I didn't move. All dragons came out. I'm not moving.
And then hide your slot because she be trying to pull your little card out, right?
I was like, oh, check.
I need security.
She was hot. She was pissed.
I bet so. You got cussed out in her native tongue.
This was supposed to be mine. That's all my money she took. I was like, oh, Lord.
It wasn't your time. It was your time. But she plays the pick 3. So I might, and pick 4. I might do that because I got some numbers that I like. So I might do that and see what happens. Huh? I can't keep up with all this. It's just
over here is 1:20 and 11 p.m. Midday is 1:20 and evening is 11 p.m.
Those cameras catch everything. Yeah, you can't get away with it. I remember a I think it was a news report. It was in Vegas, and the guy let his daughter hit the button and she won. Well, the slot won, but they would not give him the money because she's the one that hit the button and is obviously not old enough to gamble. So it voided.
Because you can't have no money.
You can walk through the casinos in Vegas.
So he put the money in.
He put the money in, and you know, he was like, go ahead, hit it. And she hit it, and it I know. Hit the jackpot, and they wouldn't give it to him. Well, I guess that says for sure the house always wins.